Hi, my name is Joyce, and I've officially completed my first month back to school with my students. I can say without a shadow of a doubt that this was by far the best back to school month I've ever experienced in my teaching career. You might be asking, well, what did you do differently this year from previous years? Well, after a lot of reflection on what worked and what didn't work in the past, I came up with a series of strategies that I've entitled Minimizing Frustration, Maximizing Success. What I'm about to share will not magically solve all your problems, but hopefully they will help minimize the level of frustration in your classroom and maximize the success for you and your students. I would now like to take the time to go through these strategies that have helped make this start of the school year the best one ever. The first thing you should do is set clear goals and expectations for you. Yes, you, the educator. You need to establish the set of tools that you'll be using on a regular basis consistently with your students. I've identified 5 foundational apps for me to be using this school year. The very first tool on my list is Planboard. This is my digital lesson planner. The second tool is Edmodo, my students' digital agenda. The third tool is Google Apps for Education. The fourth tool is iTunes U. And my fifth tool is Jupyter Grades. All right, educators, I need your full and undivided attention for this strategy number 2. You cannot underestimate the power of training your students. Give them time to train and explore the tools that you've established that are foundational for your classroom. So many schools and so many teachers just jump over this step. They really underestimate the power of setting apart time to train. It's not a waste of time. I spent 2 full weeks, making sure that my students understood the platforms of learning that they were going to be using this school year. They understood how to use it, how to set it up, and they practiced navigating those platforms in ways that would help them better understand how to use these tools. Don't underestimate the power of training. Give kids time to really understand the tools that they're going to be using and have some time experimenting with them. Don't assume because your students are labeled digital natives that they will have 0 questions, and if you just give them a tool, they'll know how to use it. They won't. Don't make that mistake. Take the time to train your students. Give them time to explore and become familiar with the tools that you've established as foundational tools that will help them in their learning. The third strategy is actually a mindset. Be positive. Students are constantly looking at how we're going to react when things don't work out the way we want them to. And you know, especially when related to technology, that's going to happen more often than you think. So you need to go in with a positive mindset, a mind that's ready to problem solve with your students. Many times my kids came up with better solutions to the technology problems that we encountered. So go into your classroom with a new mindset. When you encounter those tech difficulties, transform them into teachable moments. I hope you were able to see how the big picture, these 3 strategies, can help minimize frustration and maximize success in your classroom. Over the upcoming videos, I'm going to go into each of these strategies with more detail. I understand it's important to see actual examples of what this would look like in the classroom. So I'm going to show you what my plan board looks like, my digital lesson planner. I'm going to go through a schedule, the day that I train my students. What do we go through? How do we cover the tools that we're going to work with the students, and what would it look like in my classroom? And I'm also going to share with you different ways that you can go into a classroom with a positive mindset, some troubleshooting skills, and just some basic tech solutions to solve basic everyday problems. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Tune in to see extra videos coming out about minimizing frustration and maximizing success. Have an awesome day. See you next time.